This is a recap of Solo Leveling Chapter 75, where the action only gets more intense. Chapter 75 opens with Hunter Woo Jin-chul and the surveillance team arriving at the boss's lair, only to be stunned by the scene before them. Confused, they try to make sense of the situation until Hai-in clarifies that the beasts they see were all summoned by a single hunter, Sung Jinwoo. Meanwhile, Jinwoo continues his relentless assault on Kargalgan, slashing away with his dagger. However, realizing his attacks aren't enough to bring down such a massive foe, he changes tactics. Clenching his fist, he delivers a devastating punch to Kargalgan's face, sending the monster crashing to the ground. Watching in shock, Jin-chul wonders if this incredibly powerful hunter is truly Sung Jinwoo. Hunter Cha is equally surprised that both Guildmaster Choi and Jin-chul seem to know of him. Jin-chul explains that they entered the dungeon after detecting intense mana waves from the gate, assuming the strike squad needed backup. But as they watch Jinwoo single-handedly clear an A-rank dungeon, it's clear he doesn't need their help. Witnessing his abilities firsthand, Jin-chul is astounded. Not only is Jinwoo a formidable fighter, but he also wields summoning magic. Just how many creatures can he command? Intrigued, Hunter Cha presses Jin-chul for more information, but he only offers a vague response, saying he knows Jinwoo just a little. As the battle rages on, Kargalgan struggles to rise, but ultimately falls in defeat. Jinwoo coldly tells him that without his guards, he never had a chance of winning. In a final, desperate act, Kargalgan refuses to believe he could be bested. But his own guards betray him, delivering the fatal blow that seals his fate. A system notification appears, confirming that Jinwoo has slain the dungeon boss and leveled up twice. While his shadow soldiers finish off the remaining orcs, he briefly considers taking the boss's loot, but ultimately decides against it. After all, this dungeon belongs to the Hunters Guild. Instead, he turns his focus to extracting shadows. With a commanding "Arise," Jinwoo summons Kargalgan, whose shadow emerges with a powerful roar. The strike team and Hai-in watch in stunned silence. Observing his newly resurrected minion, Jinwoo notes that his army now consists of standard, elite, and knight-class shadows, with Kargalgan promoted to an elite knight. Unsure of a fitting name, he settles on Tusk. After extracting several high orcs, he dismisses his excess shadows back into nothingness. Just then, Jin-chul calls out to Jinwoo, snapping him out of his thoughts. Turning around, he realizes that both Jin-chul and Hunter Cha are present, something he hadn't noticed earlier. Before he can react, the surveillance team quickly steps in, stating that the Hunter Association must protect Jinwoo's identity. To ensure secrecy, they impose a confidentiality clause, forbidding anyone from revealing what transpired in the dungeon. Jin-chul quietly assures Jinwoo that escorting him out is the best way to prevent unnecessary trouble. He explains that Jinwoo's power surpasses even S-rank hunters, and if anyone has questions, they should direct them to the association. As they prepare to leave, Ki-hoon suddenly speaks up. Acknowledging Jinwoo's overwhelming strength, he promises to keep his identity a secret. The entire strike squad bows in gratitude. Before departing, Jinwoo returns a will to the female healer who had given it to him earlier, suggesting she give it to her family instead. As he turns to leave, Hai-in hesitates as if she wants to say something, but the moment slips away. The chapter concludes with a light-hearted exchange as a female mage teasingly questions why Hai-in is carrying a pickaxe. Embarrassed and blushing, Hai-in stammers before muttering, "Never mind." With that, the Hunter Guild arc comes to a close.